Hey guys, this is Gurpreet. So welcome to the part 3 for the device enrollment tab. In the previous two tabs, we talked about the Apple enrollment, Android enrollment, and the Windows enrollment. Now we have few more options left and we're going to cover this in the part 3. So let's get started. So the next option here in the device enrollment tab is terms and conditions. Now what terms and conditions are. So when you enroll a device or when you do any enrollment on device using a company portal or any other agent based enrollment to say so, you always end up with terms and conditions. The terms and condition whether can be default, which is set by Intune, or if a company wants to have a customized terms and condition for the user, they can also do that. So they simply have to create a new terms and condition page here. Let me give you an example here. Let's quickly go and test. And here you can see, for example, this is for corporate devices. So these terms and conditions will be applicable to the corporate devices. So we can make n number of terms and conditions and that can be assigned to different groups accordingly. So here we can paste the terms and condition that will be decided by the management and the legal team, and further that will be assigned to the groups which we have. So either it can be sent to all the users or all the groups or specific groups you want to. So when they do the enrollment, they get a terms and condition page, and that's when they have to accept it to move further. So this is the terms and condition. So I'm just quickly going to go back. Now the second thing here is the enrollment restrictions. Now the enrollment restrictions are restrictions which is applied to the user or to the devices when they try to enroll a device to Intune. So there can be two types. Either it can be device type restrictions or the limit of the device. For example, if a user can have 5 devices, 10 devices, or more than that. So let's quickly check here what options do we have here. So if I click on restrictions, we get two options. So let's say device limit restrictions. So in device limit, let's click on test. Now we have an option that a user can have up to 15 devices, and again we have option for assignment, so we can set maximum of 15 devices in the restriction. Okay, I'm going to go back and do the other option, which is device type restrictions. So device type restrictions, let's click, just type in test, and now in the device type we have more options here. Either it can be for Android, iOS, macOS, Windows MDM, Windows Mobile. So Windows MDM is the Windows 10, just to give you an example. So here we can allow whether the device has to be, work profile, we can block it. Divide as administrator, we can block it here. If we don't want to have any iOS, we can just block it, or we can give the minimum or maximum range. Okay, if it is personally owned, we can block it, and these are the options here. We can also specify some manufacturers for Android, since Android is in a lot many manufacturers like LG, Samsung, and other manufacturers. So iOS is Apple, of course, so this is not supported here. Otherwise, rest all the options are here. We can set the minimum OS version which they have to be before they enroll, and either we want to block them or allow them, it's up to us. So it's pretty good. And again, if we go next, we have an option to do the assignment. So it's pretty basic and simple to understand, I guess. I'm gonna just go back. So these are the enrollment restrictions. So if somebody from the team comes to you that how can we restrict an enrollment using an OS or using the device type, so we can do it here. If they don't want any Android device to enroll on the Intune, they can just simply block it away right here. Okay, and the number of devices as well. So let's go to device categories. Now the device category, let me give you an example here. So we have scope tags. Normally, what is a scope tag? When you for Azure guys, if they create a new VM or a server, they associate a scope tag. So scope tag is giving a name or sorting them in some manner. So if you sort a device, for example, this is for the finance department, this is for the HR department, this is for the warehouse, this is for the truck drivers, or to say so. So we can scope them accordingly, and then if we have to do anything, that can only be assigned to the scope tag. So I have not created any scope tag, but you can see if we had any scope tab here, so it can give you an option to select that. That's how it is. Okay, now the other option is the corporate device identifiers. Now, what are corporate device identifiers? So in corporate device identifiers, it is, for example, you buy a set of 1,000 devices from a manufacturer. Let's say you go to Apple and you tell them to, we want to purchase 1,000 iPhones and we have to distribute to this to our employees. So what they will do is they will give you a serial number. They will give you the serial number for all the 1,000 devices or an order number. So that can be entered here, and you don't have to worry about then if any other user comes into and try and enroll. So for example, you have people who are on the payroll of the company, and then you have people who are contractors, and you give the devices only to the company payroll employees. So what happens is the user will already be uploaded, the serial number of device will already be uploaded on the Intune, and once they try to enroll, they will go through. Otherwise, if somebody else, even they have iPhone, and if you do the restriction there, but they try to enroll, so they can still enroll. But here, if the restriction is there, I mean the device identifier is recognized, then only they'll be able to, otherwise they'll not be. So simple. So we have a file of, let's say, 1,000 devices. So only those 1,000 devices can be enrolled in Intune and use the Intune services. Okay. It can be entered manually. Of course, you will not enter 1,000 devices, so we have to upload a file here. And if we have, one or two more devices adding up. So for example, initially you ordered 1,000, and then you have a batch of 5, 10, or 15, or 20. So you can probably add them manually. Alright, so now the last option here is the device enrollment managers. So what is device enrollment manager? When you have to enroll devices in large quantity, that's when the device enrollment manager comes into the picture. So here username, so let me just put mine here. Okay, if I add a username here. So let me just open link and that will give you more information. So there was this device enrollment manager is an account which is created. Alright, so the device enrollment manager is basically if you want to enroll, if a certain user want to enroll a large quantity of devices, so that's when it is useful. So I can give you an example here. For example, if you have stores, basically if you have a company who have stores, so the user can enroll a large quantity of devices and can deliver, and that devices can be delivered to the store. So in store they just have to turn on the device and the device will be enrolled, and all the setting in the device manager will be done by the administrator here. So then they don't have to enroll all the devices one by one. It will be enrolled as long as the device is turned on. It will get all the policies, since the serial number and everything will be called here. So it will be enrolled automatically and will be delivered, can be delivered to any large group of people. And so to save the time and not to educate everyone how to enroll a device, I think this is the best method here to enroll a device using a large quantity. Alright guys, so this is about the device enrollment. In the coming video, we're going to talk about device compliance, and device compliance is a large topic in itself as well, and it will take a longer time as well, and probably we'll be having 3 to 5 parts for this. Moreover, I'm very sorry about the last video quality. There was some issue with the software, so I've changed the new software, bought a paid version now. I hope that the video quality and the sound quality will be better. And guys, since we are quarantined at home, I will request you, please stay at home, maintain your hygiene, and keep washing your hands. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day, guys.